Arteta is the type of person to hide a zombie bite from you.
Why did that come up?
Because I was just thinking, it came to my head because I seen it today on Twitter. Ali is the type of person to take a zombie bite for you and start.
Yeah, so true. So true. I mean, I agree with both.
Like, I just seen the thing about Arteta, I was like, that's so. Yes, that's the perfect description.
Arteta's the type of person to hire a zombie actor to bite you, to teach you about it. He'd turn into a real zombie and bite him, and then he hide it. There's levels to this. Hello and welcome back to the latest episode of the Dub Sessions podcast. I said back funnily because somebody forgot to press record on the microphone again.
Right. In my defence, this time the light was on.
The light
Is
was
it on now? It is on now.
That is the high quality production we have in this
The
place.
light.
The light was on, so I assumed
The green light was on. And I thought it was a go.
what am I working with?
But OBS decided, nah, not today.
I mean, OBS, if you want to sponsor us for a microphone that doesn't have the light on when it's actually recording, that would be lovely.
We do have now
That would be lovely.
2,000 listeners.
2,000, we doubled in a week. Look at us go. Presented by me, James Double, aka LFC_J Dub.
Didn't mess up this time, did you, James?
I don't know what you're talking about. And
I've got that recorded.
my brother.
Am I just Ben Double, aka Dubs LFC?
You haven't recorded it though, because the mic was off.
Oh shit!
It was when you did it, I was like, "What have you recorded?" Because the whole point we had to redo this was because you didn't record it.
Well, you can see his face doing it.
What was that? Yeah, right. Anyway, I'm going to repeat a lot of the stuff that I've already said, but let's hope it inspires some different conversation.
They don't know that.
Well, funnily enough, the first thing I said when we pre-recorded last time was this, but it was like Groundhog Day. It was like Groundhog Day because I'm saying it again. More points dropped, and who cares? It doesn't feel as
Do it.
champion.
There we go.
Champion. Yeah, we're still champions. Who cares?
We are champions, yes.
We love life.
But
Go on.
we haven't matched Arsenal's tally of 89 points
I'm
last year.
I can't remember what we said earlier. I was like, we didn't go straight into that. What did we talk about? No, we haven't. We're rubbish.
We're rubbish. We aren't deserved champions.
It's been a lot of that over. Well, a lot of.
It's almost like we haven't been on our FIFA. Do you see Palace that were off?
No,
Palace coaching staff have gone on FIFA.
Wait, this week now?
Yeah.
Hilarious. What, after their game on Tuesday?
Yeah. It was yesterday.
This is even worse because we had until Monday to recover. They're still going on Sunday. I mean,
technically, I want them to bring the FA Cup.
What?
I want them to bring the FA Cup.
What, and have a party with us?
Yeah, I want us to give them to give us a guard of honour, and then we give them a guard of honour.
What, for the FA Cup?
Yeah.
I don't think it's ever been done before.
Do it.
Setting traditions.
Do it.
Do it.
The party. Everyone in that stadium is not even going to care when a goal goes in either way.
Well,
everyone's going to start chanting.
I cannot believe we're getting onto this now because I want to talk about that later. We're going to talk about the Palace game in the podcast episode. You were talking about football Twitter and all of the coping of trying to deal with the fact that
it is real bad.
Football Twitter Arsenal fans have not won another trophy.
And it's got worse since last night.
Yeah, well, we'll raise that then. So last night, obviously, United Spurs, you watched it?
Yeah.
No, I'm trying to be really natural with this. We've already spoken about this. I know who watched it. What do you think of the game?
Bruno Fernandes was a tiny little bitch.
I mean, yeah, you could say that about 14 players on the pitch, though. They're in everywhere.
And honestly, one thing I will say is it was like a League Two standard game. It was awful.
You've stolen literally the only point I wanted to make last time we were recording. I did
it's amazing.
And I didn't manage to make it. The standard of football
was dog shit.
And I don't know if it was KG trying to play the final or whether it's 16th and 17th in the Premier League playing against each other.
I think it's a bit of both. And I think also pressure for both clubs, especially United, on financial fair play. I think people know that and getting into Champions League.
Would that affect the players?
Could do.
Do you know what I mean? Like, I think Spurs are fighting for themselves.
Yeah.
United Spurs are fighting for themselves as a team because I feel like they're all invested in what has been going on at Spurs.
Yeah.
And I genuinely believe every single United player is looking out for themselves.
Yeah. Along with that, I don't think many of Spurs lot will actively look to leave if they don't get Champions League. Whereas I think United, I reckon Fernandes has gone this summer.
I reckon Fernandes is gone. I reckon Garnacho's gone.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if Meno gets picked up because he's not getting played.
No.
I mean,
That's pure profit as well
he
because
was-
homegrown.
yeah, he was injured, but I wouldn't be surprised if he
Pure
goes.
profit because they're in £300 million of debt owing players that they have currently and plus 600, 700.
Again, if they can get rid of Maguire, they probably would, even though he's probably been one of their better players this season.
I've seen a list of some guy on Shiv, I think it is. I don't think he watches it, but Shiv, United fan, and he had a list about 12 or 13 players to get rid of.
I wouldn't be surprised though.
Like
But-
actually, Ugarte was on there. I'm like, you've only just got him, and he's been playing all right for you. I thought.
But for the culture, I don't know if he's been playing much lately. For the culture as well, is you probably need an overhaul of about 13 players.
I think it's also
for
to
Amorim
do
him.
for Amorim. This is like they shouldn't have replaced him halfway through a year. They shouldn't have appointed Amorim halfway through a year. They
So-
should have got a caretaker manager until the end because there's no point in putting in a manager that has a system where the players don't play it.
Why not just keep Ten Hag for another
no, exactly.
3 months at least to see
Not even
how
that.
bad the
The
situation
rest of the year.
Because like,
You
the
might
rest
as
of the year
well.
was awful, but they went to know that. They got rid of Ten Hag after
I bet Sporting hate it as
4
well.
games, sort of thing.
Sporting were like undefeated in every competition.
Yeah.
Until Amorim left.
Well, Amorim's probably a little bit. Thought this was going to be a bit bigger.
100%. But like, to me, it is like the players. Like we've seen it with Slot when he came in. He rotated a bit more, but then he found the players that suited his system, and you found out quickly who didn't play.
Which we'll get on to. Hold that thought there because I want to talk about that in a bit. We'll come back to the United Spurs game. There's even Amorim not losing the dressing room because he's not, but I know, like I said, I think Garnacho's going to go because he outwardly has spoken out about Garnacho, and Garnacho has spoken outwardly about him. So, do you think Amorim's staying first?
Side note, quickly interrupt. Do you see what Arteta said in a press conference today?
No.
About his players. He said, "Oh, you got to be active in the transfer market to get you get the best players in the transfer market." I'm like, why would a manager say that? How does that make Saka, Saliba, Rice fit? Well, Rice got bought, obviously, but Saka, Saliba, and all that. Like that's such a backhanded compliment. Not compliment, like a backhanded. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Comment.
I get it because, like,
I know what he's trying to say, but
we all know he's not talking about Saka,
those players.
Saliba,
Yeah,
Waze.
100%.
But yeah, as a manager,
The other players there are like, "Am I not good enough, mate?"
as a manager,
Do you not believe in me?
like the whole narrative of being the only reason we haven't won this is injuries, and my players are second in semi-final UCL. We're going to win it next year. To then say you get your best players in the transfer market is like your players aren't good enough.
Did you also see what he said about don't compare us like I don't compare it with other teams?
No.
So the reporter asked, "Oh, who's had a better season, you or Spurs?" And he literally went, "I don't compare our team with any other team." He literally said 3 days ago about how this year, like the points tally with us and all this kind of stuff. Like you do compare, mate, just when you want to,
Yeah.
when it suits your agenda.
I feel the pressure might be getting a little bit more for him.
He needs a trophy next year.
Like
Some are calling for his head now. Since Spurs won,
I'm
especially.
not surprised. Like the level, and
Dropped
don't get me
this
wrong,
year.
they've played like UCL football for 3 years now, and they've been there or thereabouts. Like they have been one of the top teams in England. There's zero doubts about it.
No.
Why hasn't he cared about a FA Cup or a Carabao Cup or something a little bit more
Anything.
to just get it for the sake of getting it,
100%.
sort of thing? Like get a trophy, progress your team,
Like-
get them used to winning.
Like no offense, this year, if you've seen like the way it was playing and the luck you were having, would you not try and get one of those cups more?
1,000%.
Like
1,000%. The second Saka got injured, you go, he's not back to April. That could really hurt us.
let's try to go up for a cup.
Destroy the FA Cup. I can't remember who they got out to.
Man United.
Newcastle. So in the Carabao they got knocked out to Newcastle in the quarters. So it's probably semis actually. So Carabao Cup they've nearly made it.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was United in the FA Cup, which we've seen.
It was the round before us, third round.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, why haven't they focused? But you could argue they did on the FA Cup, Carabao Cup.
I did also realise that lower teams also enter these cup competitions early, don't they?
Yeah.
So United and Spurs are going to be playing Carabao Cup like round 2.
Oh,
round
wow. Wow. Crazy. Yeah, because we won't come into third or fourth.
Third round.
Insane. We'll quickly say congratulations
What were we on before I
to
interrupted you?
Spurs. Oh, I probably was talking.
I jumped in about
I said,
Arteta.
do you think Amarim's
Oh.
safe?
I think Amram's safe.
Do you think Andrew's safe?
No.
You think he's gone?
I don't think I would keep him personally. I would want him to play in the Super Cup final because not play obviously, manage the Super Cup final because he got them there. He got them to there. Like, give him another year. They got Champions League football. Why not give him at least another year to see if he can do anything better or more? Shall I say not better? But I don't think. I think their fan base, from what I've seen online, is split down the middle.
I can see why.
I do understand it.
The
They
way
drop the position above relegation. Right?
with even that, but also with his handling in press conferences relative to the criticism from fans, it's been very much like, if you don't like it, jump it, hop it, sort of thing. And fans won't react well to that.
Like, if we didn't win anything this year, and then next year we came 17th. Well, didn't win anything, qualified for Europa, but next year came 17th and won the Europa. Would you get rid of Slot?
It's a really hard question. Obviously, we've just
Obviously it's hard to picture.
we just won the league, so
it's
but
hard,
you said if we didn't win anything this year,
if we didn't win anything, only got fifth, got qualified for Europa this year
in his first season, yeah,
and then next year we're 17th, but win Europa. And you're back into Champions League football.
It's so hard to answer that question, which is crazy. I'd probably keep him for another year.
Yeah, this is what I'm saying.
Because he's a manager that's been there.
They've had their
1 year without.
They have had their injuries.
Yeah, absolutely. And like, let's come back to Arsenal. I'm not doubting their injuries impacting their season.
Spurs' injuries were worse. They have had a different back four like for the majority of the year.
Well, that's it. He's like, I'm not doubting Arsenal's injuries impacted their season, but not the only ones and not the only time it's ever happened. Which is
we got
the
to get on with
feeling. Yeah, exactly. Spurs have tried to get on with it. They haven't actually. I've not heard the excuse as much, and well, they've clearly had the effect.
I think Ange might have said it once or twice, but you're going to when you've got a different back four every week.
Yeah, that was himself.
Like, who do they play against us? Archie Gray and
Dan. So
yeah, he was class last night.
He was really good. He scored as well.
Yeah.
I would keep, because for us, and it's probably a little bit for Ange, a year of playing with players you don't know / don't know if they fit your system, learning, and then a year with new players probably / playing your system and getting used to it. If you win Europa League but come 17th on the year where you're learning with new players and getting your system sorted after testing it in the first year, third year's make or break.
I think
third year will be the one where I won't necessarily keep him if he comes fifth again. I'll probably still get rid of him then.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Because we should be top two.
So I think it's harder for us to answer that because Slot doesn't play the style Ange does.
No, and
he will not change his style and adapt, and that is a problem.
And that's it. And you think games
adaptability
for Slot, where we know we've been like struggling with a low block, and he takes off Kanate and brings on a forward, and he'll go, we're going two at the back.
Yeah,
like the agility of we're not playing that way. They're not going to expect us.
Even down to like
midway through a game,
targeting a certain style of build up because we know that works
well. It's literally the whole sort of narrative around Slot's first half of the season was second half team because we always were saying he analyses the first half, comes out the second half, completely different system, exploits a weakness, gets the win.
And I think that changed in the second half because he didn't trust his players. And I think he wasn't able to rotate as much as he wanted with his players that he trusts in his system.
Yeah,
I think the first half was experimenting with what players suited his system and just doing whatever. And then you could even go as far as saying he was more free in his decisions because he didn't expect to get anything out of this year. And then when it gets to Christmas time and we're top, he's then like, shit.
I can't.
I'm going to have to play this 11 every single week.
Like, he's probably on that initial death run. He's like, oh, this is a bit of fun. Like, no pressure. I'm expected to lose all of these games. Well, at least half of them. And you come out with every single one a win. And some of them are like, by Leverkusen 4-0.
4-0.
Like, all of those things.
he's probably got to Christmas and been like, okay, no more fun, I'm a bit more serious. And then he gets to April where he goes to Ibiza because he smashed it.
But yeah, I think it's different variables with Slot. Like why he didn't change. He probably did change his tactics. He didn't change players, and we didn't notice it as much.
Absolutely. So to move on then to Brighton, because it's actually a nice segue to what I wanted to talk about the Brighton game. So we rotated in Kwanzaa, Elliot, and Chiesa.
Yeah,
Obviously, Elliot got his goal.
seen a lot of fans slate him.
A lot of fans slate him. A lot of a lot of a lot of fans slating Chiesa, even though good.
I don't think he did it wrong. He didn't. The annoying thing for Kaiser is Gakpo and Salah didn't turn up. They didn't have good games, in my opinion. And when you're a striker, when he's playing in a position he doesn't normally play anyway, to have your output, your creativity behind you, not outputting to you, like
drop your own level sort of thing, and then Kwanzaa as well. And I saw someone tweet, and I'd be interested in your opinion because I don't agree with it in the slightest, but potentially just bias of okay, okay, Slot, you've made your point. We now know why. Whenever we've requested you play the fringe players, they're not being played, or you're not trusted recently. Elliot scored what 6 in 10 goal contribution.
I think
6 in 10.
I think it's hard because like fringe players are that for a reason. They can be game changers, and that's what Elliot is. And Elliot's a different dynamic. I did see someone tweet saying Kanati was awful that game without Virgin next to him.
Yeah, I thought interesting.
I thought he looked a bit ropey compared to normal. But then
stepping up, being the guy, and having
at the same time, is this because they've been in Dubai?
I mean, yeah, you don't
just
really
don't know, do you? They haven't got that edge to win. Brighton still do because they're going for European football.
Well, that's it. I didn't realize if they get European football.
Yeah.
So when we said
They
last
needed
week,
to
and I
win
was
it.
like, they don't need to win it, but they do.
They do.
And you could tell by their reaction. I was like, oh,
Yeah, 100%.
I don't think Conte had a bad game either.
No, I don't think he played awful.
Like, I think again, they've all not got the mental edge, which a lot of their goals was very quickly undone pass goal sort of thing, rather than effective movement that broke us down. They just were more alert than us, essentially.
Yeah.
Quite a few of them. But again, people will select Conte for it, for quite a few of, well, at least 2 of the goals, I think. Which, unfair, fair. Regardless, I think it goes into Slot's brain a bit, and it comes back to does he trust all of his rotations? Which I don't know if he does. One rotation he definitely does trust, which we'll get onto later in more detail, is Bradley. Definitely put a lot of faith in him being the starting right back, and sort of done what most fans wanted. Did you find it quite telling that Endo came on at right back and he bothered to take Trent all the way to Brighton?
Yeah.
Like,
I don't know if it says anything.
No.
No.
Do you reckon he'll play on?
Yeah.
Do you think Trent will play the last game?
I think he's been told he's playing as well.
Why?
Because Robbo's emotional post and him underneath saying one last dance.
Oh damn! Was that why?
I'm just taken from that he's playing at some point.
I've inferred that was Robbo leaving in summer as well. And they had one last dance together.
No,
no,
I didn't get that from that.
Fair. Well, we can come on to that because that's a different game altogether. Showboat.
I think that's PR stunt.
Oh,
Robbo's got the same agent. His brother, Trent's brother.
Is he?
Yeah.
Robbo's agent's Trent's brother.
Yeah.
I did not know that. Mad. Oh, so basically saying make
because like the week or 2 before, Robbo said in an interview, fans
can't tell how to feel.
Yeah, we can't tell fans how to feel, but now he's making comments in that by message or whatever.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, that's PR.
Yeah, probably. So, Szoboszlai, cross or shot?
Definitely a cross.
Definitely a cross?
Yeah, his face. I thought it was a shot.
I thought it was a shot. I was over the moon. I was like, why don't you shoot like that all the time? Yeah, right. Still rate it though. Still really good. Right. So good.
People calling for his head again.
Why?
Like every 11 for next year is leaving Sherbo out. I'm like, are you stupid?
Like, regardless of who we sign, he's always It's a change of formation to keep him in it, sort of thing.
The team doesn't tick without him.
No, absolutely not. and you can replace him in a way, but you lose something at the same time.
I think if we get Verts, we play 2 at the top more.
Yeah, me too.
I think both of them play.
Completely agree. So, not going to run through all of the games, goals, and all of what happened for Brighton because of your point at the start of they're probably all still in Ibiza/Dubai and all of
It
that.
doesn't really matter, does
It
it?
doesn't really matter, no. Of that starting 11, all of them staying. I guess we're only really questioning Chiesa, Elliott, Honza,
Simi.
or Simi. Yeah,
One of our left backs is going this year.
yeah.
We get more money for Simi, so I think Simi goes. I love him, but he's not a starting left back for us.
He's the secondary left back. Robbo is turning into a secondary left back
100%.
through no fault of his own legs.
He understands that as well. I think he's at the point in his career where he understands that.
He's transitioning to the Milner role essentially.
Whereas Simi can go to another mid-table Premier League club and play every week.
Yeah, 1,000%. Elliot,
On the fence.
what, stay or go? You think he?
See, I love him to pieces. I do, and like his attitude and everything. Do you know one thing that's really like opened my eyes this week? Verts is a year younger than him, and how quality Verts is.
Yeah,
like, do you know what I'm
so this is the difference. Verts would be a start.
Yeah, 100%.
Like Elliot.
I don't think he goes unless like
Elliot's fault is Elliot's wouldn't be a starter.
we're not going to push him out the door.
No.
Like we're not going to put him up for sale, like I think we will Nunes. But
We'll that.
I think if an offer comes in for 30, 40 mil, I think he'll go.
Fair.
And I think Elliot's going to be on the fence. Like I reading into some of the things he said and posted and stuff, I think he's ready to play every week. And it's fair enough.
Well, he said it last year. He said last summer. He said, "We'll see how it goes. I want to.
Yeah.
I don't want to be the super sub. I don't want to be that guy.
Yeah.
I want to have my place in the team and
Yeah.
play.
And he deserves it. He's class.
1,000%.
But
It's the same as Kelleher.
it won't happen at Liverpool as much as he loves his club and we all love him. I just don't see it happening at Liverpool.
No.
He's not this, especially slot system. I don't think it's suited around his.
No, absolutely.
He's not fast enough for it.
No, he needs like
even as an attacking mid, you need to be fast to be able to press, and he hasn't got that.
No.
He's got all the work effort in the world, but like,
and he's got the finish as well. He's got the cross.
Yeah, he's got the finish and creativity. He's got that.
All of it.
It's literally that yard of pace that he's missing to be able to get to a man to press, to be able to get back,
to play the pressing game, isn't it?
Yeah.
If you have a possession-dominated game, and it's like a Man City, you can well imagine him doing a Bernardo Silva, David Silva sort of role, where it's on the ball,
100%.
Cute passes, finishes,
100%.
crosses, sort of thing. Yeah, definitely. Anything else you wanted to bring up?
Chiesa, I don't want him to go, but I think.
Oh yeah, of course.
I think he will. Apparently, Napoli are interested. I don't blame him for going back to basically either home country. Like, I love him, but
Nunes didn't do much when he came on too much.
Yeah, again, I think it doesn't help that we've just come back from Dubai, like everyone and all this kind of stuff, and then our wingers went up to it.
Yeah, it's like I all that.
I think it just adds to it.
Yeah.
It'd be sad to see Nunes go, but apparently he's already looking at houses in Atletico in Madrid.
Is he?
Yeah.
So
apparently he's preparing. It came out today. He's preparing because he wants that move.
I mean, it's not up to him. They have to buy him.
No, as in the rumoured interest in him. Apparently they spoke to Nunes' agents.
Oh, okay.
As into like about availability and if he'd be keen.
I mean, I think actually you tweeted this, didn't you?
Go on.
60 million Alvarez?
Yeah, 100%.
Done deal.
60 million Nunes for Alvarez. Do it.
100%.
Apparently Alvarez is...
You see his free kick?
No.
You didn't see his free kick?
No. Apparently
it's a good free kick.
Is his agent sitting down this week or something? They're planning... We're going to open talks with clubs, I think, who are interested and Liverpool are interested.
Like, where could he go? Us? PSG, Arsenal, Barca. Lewandowski may be out.
Yeah.
So. Probably wouldn't go Atletico to Barca. PSG,
They don't really have beef like that.
Who's PSG's forward?
They don't have one. They play three wingers. Dembele plays up top, doesn't he?
Oh, so PSG could be one.
Yeah, but
replacing Mbappe.
I don't think they will. As in, like they're liking those three forwards together.
And they're a unit, aren't they? And then Arsenal or us?
Yeah, it will be Arsenal.
Us.
Yeah, 100%.
I think. I think he suits us.
He already knows the experience as well.
Hmm.
The only thing is, was Arteta assistant manager when he was there?
No. Alvarez was barely there. He was only there for like 2 years.
2 years though.
Well, Arteta's been manager for 6 phases now.
They
Hey.
still won jack shit.
Yeah. So it definitely wasn't.
So yeah, and it helps we got Maka.
Yeah, definitely. Although, well, we're not on transfer talk. We're on Brighton.
Although what?
Right. We'll cut onto it.
Although what? No, you just finish your sentence now.
Real Madrid are looking for a Galactico this year for 100 mil.
Yeah, that ain't not 400 mil. Give us 250 at least. And I'm not even joking.
No, I know you're not joking, but I feel
Like priceless. He is priceless to this team to give us 250 mil, and then we go buy Enzo Fernandez,
Who do you think it could be? Galactico, though.
Saliba.
Do you think?
Yeah.
They're going to pay 100 mil for Saliba?
Yeah, I think he's only what 22, 23.
Mhm.
Oh, 24. He's 24 because there was uproar about him being a young person player of the year.
Well, it wouldn't be Kanai because he's only got a year left. So
No, it's not going to be Kanai. It would be like for Saliba. It could be Maka, but we in selling him for 100.
Well, Modric
yeah.
retired today. Yeah,
Not retired, left.
left today. Oh,
We would not sell Maka for anything under 150.
do they need a Maka?
Yeah. We've said this before. That's what they're missing.
But we've said it before. But they also have an abundance in there.
yeah, but they don't have a lead.
player. Yeah.
He could easily walk into that team and be captain.
Do you think?
100%.
Trying to think who's there. A lot of names.
A lot of egos.
Yeah.
No.
Depends who stays again for them. Because look, Alaba, I would put him as captain.
Yeah, 100%.
But
He hasn't been fit.
getting on, hasn't been fit, all those things. Carvajal comes back, he is captain, but he'll be back this year.
Find a place for Trent.
Yeah. I would still be surprised if Trent doesn't go inverted and become a holding midfielder.
Yeah, you could do, but
And be Modric. So therefore they don't need him and they need three at the back for Xabi Alonso, therefore they need Saliba.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. It's probably yeah. Take it. Feel the
Also,
pain. Feel the pain.
Also, I think Rodrigo's now announced that he's not leaving or whatever.
Oh, he's not leaving.
I don't think he's
I
leaving.
heard there was loads of like friction
I
between.
don't know if he announced or I've seen it, like saying that he's not going to leave, and that was our worry with Wirtz, is that if Rodrigo goes, they have the money to get Wirtz.
Right.
So if they have the money anyway, then do they go for Wirtz? And they don't need him.
Well, he's not a winger, is he?
He could be.
He could be, but I wouldn't play him.
No,
as a
I would
winger.
play him as Cam, but then
Yeah,
you've got Bellingham
fair
there.
Well, again, have you
He's
seen?
dropping back to an 8.
Not even that. Apparently there have been loads of meetings about Bellingham's drop off, and someone tweeted saying Real Madrid have the opportunity to do the funniest thing, and Trent go there, and then his best mate leaves. Sort of thing.
Can you imagine?
Would you take him?
Yeah. You'd be stupid not to take Bellingham. How old is he now? 21? 20?
Yeah.
21. He was 19 when he was playing Euros, wasn't he?
I don't know. He is 21 years of age. 29th of June. It's a month. He's 22. That's sickening. So old. 5 days and I turned 29. Anyway, we're going to move on from Brighton, which that chap spiraled very fast. We're going to have a quick preview for the Palace game.
Well, we're both parading around.
Palace party? Yeah, right.
It's going to be a party. Like,
do you reckon
any goal goes in, the whole stadium celebrates?
Well, raise the first thing you said, where you said that the Palace
I reckon we'd give
managers have been on.
Oh, they went Ibiza
as well.
Wednesday.
So you got 2 sets of staff that have been on Ibiza within the last 2 weeks. You've got 2 sets of players who have all partied about one of their biggest trophies they've. Is it Palace's first ever trophy?
They pick up final Saturday or Sunday.
Saturday.
And then they played Tuesday, so they wouldn't have had time to party really.
No.
So they
probably got
a little. Yeah, they probably did on the Saturday night.
Yeah.
But Sunday the club rest. Was Sunday rest and then training Monday for Tuesday.
Yeah.
And then they probably got smashed the last couple of days.
Party. Day off on Saturday. Run around a football half drunk.
Just give the players bevies. Run them to the pitch with bevies. Fuck it. Let's play a drinking game. Ask them to play a drinking game because that would be hilarious.
So it reminded me of who's that guy, the Newcastle fan that said Liverpool should be dot points for.
Oh, Lewis fucking Bowden.
Yeah, should be
fucking
dot
idiot.
points for, what is it? Competitive
Yeah, integrity or whatever.
integrity or something. Whatever. As if Arsenal didn't go to Dubai for a summer break in
Literally.
February.
Yeah, it's not like the
It's
place where they got
indifferent.
pissed. They had a rest there.
They may have
They
got
had a camp,
pissed.
a summer camp.
But regardless, all they've done is left the country.
Yeah.
They come back and play football, and they narrowly lose 2 games and draw 1 against Arsenal. Like, integrity, like narrowly losing to Brighton. Brighton were really good, and we would put it more down to the mental edge rather than the lack of ability. They were a bit.
I think he only said
Right.
it because at the time they had a chance of getting second.
Oh shit! So they could have won it.
They could have won it if we got docked.
Hilarious.
I think that's the only reason he was saying it.
Silly. Well, and then they lost their next game.
It doesn't matter.
So
They
literally.
can't. Yeah.
And I was thinking, it was like the teams were playing though in this phase. Arsenal all but guaranteed second.
And they're the one we drew with.
Yeah, exactly. But they've got Southampton on the last game of the season, so if they needed to, they would have won it and done it.
If we needed to win these games, we would have won every single one.
1,000%.
I don't give a shit what anyone says. We would have won every single one.
But like the only one where we've affected, I can't remember who was before Arsenal.
Chelsea.
Oh yeah. So maybe. Oh, but that was before we went to Dubai.
Yeah, it was, but we'd won.
Yeah, we'd won. Yeah, but before
So
we
they
went
would have
to
been
Dubai.
fucked.
Fine, but he called out the travelling was the issue for this scenario. So after Chelsea went to Dubai, we drew against second place the weekend after, and then we narrowly lost to Brighton, which they get 8th.
I feel like we went Brighton after Arsenal. Dubai after Arsenal.
Did we?
Yeah. It was last week.
Yeah.
We didn't speak about it last week.
Yeah, it was. I think it was. Anyway, it's a joke. It's silly regardless. But back to the Palace game.
Yeah.
So both sets of fans are going to be up for it.
Oh, they're just going to be chanting the whole game. I will say that about our fans against Brighton.
Oh,
I do want to say that.
Oh, yeah. Actually, yeah. Come back to that.
For starters, Kay's song went in for 10 minutes at the start of the game. Just non-stop.
Just silly.
Fucking loved it. It was
Just
amazing.
silly.
And then at the end, them dancing to Free From Desire.
Well,
it was beautiful.
Brighton fans all being there, buzzing they've beaten us and
Yeah, literally.
essentially like helped them qualify for football.
Literally.
And Liverpool fans are like, get on, boys, let's go.
Literally.
Like,
Having a bigger party than them.
anyone having a party, we're joining in.
Literally.
Palace, you won the FA Cup? Let's go.
It is funny on football Twitter though, because people just try and banter us, and then we just show it's literally like, look at our fans, like we do not give a shit right now.
It literally
We've won the league.
It is a reflection of us, of like, it literally doesn't matter. None of these games matter, which is reflecting everything that's going on, I think, in general.
Do you think Trent regrets his decision from his emotion? There's a clip where he walks
don't
away.
think he regrets leaving at all.
No, I think he regrets the way he went about it because now it's put a sour note on him for these celebrations.
Agreed. I think he easily could have handled it better the whole time.
100%.
Or him saying, I would have had to have announced it the day after the parade. I wouldn't want to do that. Probably should have done that.
Probably should have done that.
Like, you would have left the sour note, but you wouldn't have soured your time.
Yeah, 100%.
And you're being selfish anyway. Be more selfish.
Yeah, 100%.
Someone 66.
Huh? Yeah. Oh, yeah. Apparently, he threw that, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's stupid.
But even naming it makes it all weird.
We didn't hear anything.
It makes it worse for me that he threw it and called it somewhere.
And also, they obviously won't go into it too much, but their family, his family and stuff, making comments online.
Yeah, it's absolutely joke.
I understand they get defensive.
Out of touch from City, basically.
I understand they'll get defensive over it. It's fair enough.
Fine.
But at the same time, he's meant to be from Liverpool.
The normal lad sort of thing.
Literally.
And that's like some of the, and we're not going to get in deep it, but some of the comments about where people come from around the area.
Yeah.
I'm like,
that's
so out of touch from what Liverpool stands for.
And what Trent's meant to stand for.
Exactly. It really didn't sit right. And that's not Trent.
No, that's his, obviously.
People around him.
But then that also adds to who has been in his ear about this move.
1,000%.
So would have had an effect on him making this decision.
1,000%. I think he doesn't regret it now. I don't think he'll regret it in 6 months. I think he'll regret it in 2 years.
When we've won another Premier Champions League.
There's a very big chance that Real Madrid struggle to get past this flow. If Barca kick on,
really really want us to play them.
The quality of the Premier
I
League,
can't wait for Kirkes to fucking rinse him.
the quality of the Premier League and PSG. We're just talking to each other, but through each other at the minute. Of like, you think PSG, like, arguably top 4 team in the world,
Yeah, easy.
easy. In Inter Milan in a Champions League final aren't anywhere near winning the league in Italy,
No, but I think they're class.
but I think they're class.
Well, they're the best low block team I've ever seen.
Yeah,
That's what I call them. I call them Burnley, but with good players.
nice. I mean, it's actually a compliment, so you take it. But Italy producing great teams for the last 5 years. Premier League, 16th and 17th were in the Europa League final.
I will say this about Europa League though. If people didn't realise,
Yeah.
it's weaker now because Champions League teams don't drop back down into
Okay.
it.
Everyone
Which
hates.
I think is a good thing.
I agree.
I agree with it. I think you qualify for Europa League. That's your competition to go for.
Mm.
You don't want to have people coming from Champions League who've qualified and failed up there.
Yeah.
Come back down.
Why did they get?
Why did they get another chance?
Yeah, 1,000%. I completely agree.
So I agree, and I think it's going to be good because we'll see more teams that haven't won it before or haven't won it for ages come out of nowhere to win it.
And be in Champions League. Get
And
Champions
yeah,
League
yeah, 100%.
from nowhere.
Yeah.
Sort of thing. No, I completely agree. And then you think Barca getting close to generational team in terms of strength and depth and stuff, and if they sign players.
Yeah, but like, I've seen rumours like they don't want Rafinha and stuff, as in like the fans don't.
Not bad. I
Like,
think they'd be Ballon d'Or shouts and you don't even want it.
yeah, I think they'd rather have the Ballon d'Or shouts on Lamar.
Oh, I've seen that.
Like,
And they're like, he's got 6 goals.
yeah, I agree that he's probably arguably one of the best technically gifted footballers in the world right now.
I don't think you have to argue
Like-
it. Like, he definitely is. He's
Well,
one
he's
of the
still
most
young.
natural footballers.
Yeah, 100%.
But there's a whole thing of
The
like,
output.
until you reach like 22, 23, your body still does things which,
Bojan, he's going to be the next Messi.
yeah, all of those sort of things.
Like,
Completely.
Fati is going to be the next Messi.
There's quite a few next Messi's to be fair. I think Yamal is it.
Yamal is different though. He's
The
a
only
different
thing I would
breed.
say, and people praised it, and rightly so, but 100 games by the time you're 17 for Barca,
Is that how many he's played?
he's played over 100 games for Barca already. Like, what does that say to you? Before I say anything,
Saka.
like, his legs are going to go by the
That's
time
worse
he's
than
21.
Saka.
Like, in it.
Oh my god.
And don't get me wrong, you play him because
Are you sure that's over 100 games for
Wait.
Barca? Or in general?
he played his 100th game
He's
for Barca.
17.
I would Google it.
I'm pretty sure that's probably his immense because he played a lot for Spain as well.
He has played 107 matches for Barca,
Oh my lord.
26 goals. 20. Yeah.
That poor boy.
He's played 7,243.
He's been ran into the ground.
7,243 minutes, and he's 17. Which, the quality's there, which is why they do it.
Oh,
We're still on a Palace preview somehow. We're back over in Barca. But back to Barca, they're building a generational team. Real Madrid could struggle to win the league if Barca turn up. Win the Champions League if
I see Barca going back to back to back.
England, Italy, France turn up. Copa, is it Copa del Rey? Is that one? Why wouldn't Barca win that as well? Or
Barca will
edge chance
take that
anyone
one.
sort of thing win. Especially if you don't manage to make the signings you think you're going to make. It'd be really interesting. So then, yeah, I think Trent may regret it in 2 years' time if that happens. He'll look at our potential success, or even the way we play, or even the vibe around us.
I think he regrets it.
Well, entirely.
No, he will. I don't think he does right now.
Yeah.
I think he will. Just like Owen. Owen 100%. He won't admit it. Owen 100% regrets it.
It always brings me back to, and I think Trent is football, but is it Asuakoto who openly admitted in
It's a job.
It's a job.
Yeah, it's Tottenham.
If Trent has gone for PR, clout, Real Madrid, rather
model.
Than, yeah, exactly.
Like model vibes, like those kind of adverts, like
yeah, literally
superstar vibe.
Being the name rather than the football.
Mm-hmm.
There's a chance he don't care. There's a chance literally he's like, it's not working.
He will when he comes back to the.
But him
city
saying
and gets
Ballon
booed.
d'Or and all those things, yeah.
That is when it'll hurt.
Yeah.
When he gets booed. He probably understands it now. He's probably like, yeah, I expected this. 2 years' time when he comes back, booed. 3 years' time, booed.
Would he go to United?
4 years' time, booed. Like,
you can imagine
Owen still gets booed at times. Like for walking, obviously his is worse, but like
Yeah.
because of United, but like still,
Yeah, it's mad. It's really interesting.
I just want it done. I just want it over.
I wasn't going to raise it today
I
because
have no.
I'm over it. I'm
Yeah,
done. I don't
not
want to
sure
boo.
yet.
I don't want to praise. I don't
No,
want to leave it.
we're partying.
I don't want
I
to
don't care about it.
microphone. I don't want to talk about
We
it.
got Frimpong.
Leave it. Well, that is it.
I just love how I can distract you off of a point.
We're back on Palace. Yeah, we'll talk about that in a minute. Palace. Do
Frimpong.
you see this game other than anything than a kick around until we can play?
No, that's literally it.
I don't think either team can. Maybe they'll be the ones.
There's
that beat
one player on the
Champions League
pitch that will.
Salah.
Salah.
I can't believe he's not managed to get an assist in the last 6
Can
games.
you imagine if he gets 3 though? Because Palace don't care. He's probably thinking, right,
Well,
Palace do not care right now.
you've got a trail here where it will be the first week since winning where Liverpool probably haven't gone on the booze. It will be the first week since winning where we've had a full week of training, actually being at the training ground, probably.
Also, do we put Gomez on? Get a gun.
Oh, yes, 1000%. It's the
Sign
first
up top.
week where our opponent's been drinking all week.
Yeah.
There's a chance Salah just goes, all right,
Yeah.
bing, bing, bing.
Well, there's a chance that he can score many goals. He's like, I don't want to score. I need to assist.
Hits the ball on the line.
Literally. Put Gomez up top. Just let him header it every single one in.
Oh, mate, I want Gomez to score so bad, especially if he's off. If he's planning on sticking around and they're planning on keeping him,
Yeah.
because he's been injured for like ages,
Yeah.
which is probably why they're not. But if he's planning on sticking around, fine, don't care. But
I'm happy
get
about
him a
that
goal
as well.
I'm happy.
As in our full set of backs.
Yeah, me too, completely. So we'll jump into the lineup because there's no point really talking about their threat.
There's no point.
because I don't think they have a threat if they're all drunk.
I don't know whether he's going to start Trent or not. I think it's easier for him to start Trent because if he brings Trent on, Trent will get booed. Whereas if he's already on the pitch, he won't get booed as much just over the Tannoy name.
I would be intrigued if anyone will boo anyway because I think
It's the last day, last game.
that
Celebration.
I also think the first was a message. The first wasn't necessarily booing for the sake of booing. I think it was, this is the first time we've seen you on the pitch since it happened. The next one, in the same way we're over it, I think people just...
I did tweet about this as well, though. I think if none of the messages from family members, because that's happened since we booed him and played.
Well, restarting it sort of thing.
Yeah, and Robbo thing, riling fans up. Like, if he had just left it, I think people would have not bothered by now. But some fans are like, that's wound me up again. Like, why are you telling me how to feel? And like, obviously, family members basically degrading Scousers.
Yeah.
Like, so I think it's rolled some up. I think some like purely hate him and will boo.
Yeah.
There will be boos, but I don't think it'll be as loud.
It won't be the whole stadium.
No. So he might start.
That's fair.
I think he might start on his last game at Anfield ever.
Yeah, that's fair. Because when would have his last Anfield game be? The game he came on and got booed.
Yeah.
It's Chelsea, was it? Chelsea?
Arsenal.
Fair. Yeah, he probably will start. So, Ali or Kelleher? Kelleher's last game?
Yeah, you could get Kelleher.
But winning the title, do you really want Ali not on the pitch?
Yeah, Ali. To me, sentiment goes out there. I think Ali. I love Kelleher, but yeah, Ali close.
Virgil, Kanai, definitely easy.
Yeah.
Virgil arrested too. Robbo?
Yeah.
Last dance.
With
Potentially both of them go.
With Trent. I wouldn't be surprised if they asked.
Can we do it together? Sort of
thing? Like if this week, just pull slot to slide. But last time we're going to play together. Can we play? Can we start together?
Yeah, fair. Then you got Grav.
Yeah, I think it'll be starting.
Grav, Max, Shobo.
I think it will be a starting. Oh, not Mac. Jones.
Why?
Mac's not playing the rest of the year. Slot's already said that.
Oh, no way.
Yeah.
Why?
Rest.
I hope it's resting.
Yeah.
A Galactico silent that he doesn't want to play.
Literally.
Please.
Slot said
Please, that's really worried me.
He said it in a way in pure Argentinian style, so it's more genuine. Right. He said it in a genuine way, like a pure Argentine, in Argentinian style. He's ran himself into the ground this year, so he deserves a rest. We don't need him, so there's no point in.
Nice. I mean,
hurting himself.
I'll take it.
And he has ran himself into.
I don't think Slot's one. Oh, just jump on it, and I'm not raising it. But do you see his joke about Trent?
Yeah.
He's a hilarious man.
I think if there are any rumours about Madrid, he'd be playing McAllister.
Yeah, props.
You got fuck you then.
Run as much as around.
Yeah, literally.
Run, Macca, run.
I mean, Jones playing as well when we're about to lift it is cool. Salah, Diaz, Gakpo, or do you play Chiesa again? Chiesa may get another run.
Yeah.
I think it'll be very telling who he picks. Other than being full strength for the last game,
I would start Diaz left wing as well. Could be his last game at Anfield.
and Gakpo's definitely not going in.
Gakpo won't go any. I fucking love Gakpo.
Fight anyone to keep Gakpo.
Oh, he's class.
He's so good. So I see people put in like rumored starting 11s, and they're buying someone to
No.
replace Gakpo. I'm like, why we need? Like, I don't mind the Shobo
Unless it's
that
Mbappe.
up front. Even then, Gakpo's way better than Mbappe. Get your own Ninja Turtle. Yeah, score
5-2 to us.
11-0. Every single player scores.
I don't see us conceding there. Oh, I do if Trent's playing. 5-2.
I just said 11-0. You say you do if Trent's play?
Yeah.
Hilarious. Shade.
They'll probably play Eze off of him.
And then we'll have a quick mention then of the parade or the trophy lift. Virgil going to be the first ever Dutch captain to lift a trophy.
There's another start as well.
Slot going to be the first ever Dutch manager to lift the Premier League.
Something about Verge. It was Dutch and something.
Black.
I don't know if it's black, but I'm pretty sure there's been
I
a
think
black
that's what Mali said.
Maybe.
on the moment
Maybe that's it.
And then
There's been Vieira was captain, wasn't
side point, Liverpool's going to be absolutely nuts that weekend.
he? Yeah, it is.
Radio 1 big weekend, back to back with a parade.
Fucking work.
Back to back with a parade on the Monday.
Yeah.
Millions of people there. Easy. It's going to be
It's amount of people I'm seeing on Twitter and friends going. I'm like,
I mean, I'm going to appreciate just looking at it, to be honest.
100%.
Just watching it, seeing all the clips and seeing
I'm going to be watching it live all day like, at work. I don't care. I might wear my Liverpool top to work.
Move on.
Yeah.
So we've covered all of it already, but we'll discuss a little bit of transfer news quickly.
I don't think we have.
Another Groundhog Day from last week because we covered a load of transfer news last week. But Verts is heated up. City withdrew, or
City withdrew.
Vert said no
City withdrew
because the price.
Yeah. Like they were. How much did they spend in Jan?
150 mil.
Was it 200?
I think 150 mil in Jan, and then they're aiming 250, 200 in summer. I think that was it. I think
He's going to cost like 120.
Might have been the other way around, but
I think he's rumoured 150 for Bayern, 100, 120 for us.
Nice. I like that.
Bayern tax for Bayern.
Yeah, too right. Frimpong's basically done.
It is done. Paul Joyce said it's done.
It's done.
Medical's done. Everything. Just wait until the season transfer window to open to announce him.
When's that?
Is it the 1st of June?
Cool. Nice. Kirkes? I saw rumours that him and Shobo were walking their dogs together in park in Liverpool.
While someone was tracking a plane, there was a plane that went from Bournemouth to London to Liverpool today. A private jet.
What does that mean?
Not just a plane.
Why would he go to London? To pick up another player?
Can you imagine?
Could you imagine? All right, Kirkes? You all right, Verts? Yeah, let's go. He's already been there, hasn't he? Who else are we rumoured with? Is there anyone else?
Joe Bellingham today, I seen. I chucked that one straight in the bin. I was like, that's just them using our name to get a better deal for him.
Yeah, 1,000%.
Or teams that are actually interested in him to actually accelerate their deal.
So many teams do that.
Yeah, 100%. Strikers, we've been linked with everyone. I think it all comes down to Verts, if we get Verts or not. And then I think it changes.
What, you think Verts or Alvarez, or we get both?
I would love both.
Do you think we can get both?
Yeah. I think if we work Nunes into the deal, yeah.
Well, we've got a war chest. I think we spend 250 million this summer.
I think so too.
I think
we've learned from our mistakes.
I think we get Verts. We get a Verts and Alvarez, and I'm calling them A because it's a variation of them.
Yeah.
You get another left back, another centre back, and another holding. And I think that is our summer in some capacity.
Yeah, I think we wait for holding to see how Bajcetic does.
Diaz moves.
I think that's what they're going to do. I think Slot's going to say, don't mind on holding. These are the positions you need to get now because I need them. I'll see what Bajcetic is like when he comes back. If not, we'll get another DM. Because DM, it doesn't need to be starting DM.
No, it's a rotation.
Yeah.
Diaz, Nunes gone potentially, but this is what
Diaz to Barca,
this is what I
Nunes to Atletico. Did I say that right?
yeah. Either Simi or Robbo. I think Robbo at this point.
What to go?
Yeah.
I think he might, but I would rather City.
Yeah, no, I agree. I would rather keep Robbo. So that's
Kelleher.
3. Kelleher gone.
Elliot.
Probably Elliot goes.
Kaiser.
I'm banking on him staying.
I think all these players, I don't think Slot's going to be like, get them out. I think Slot will go, left back, we're getting Kirkes because he needs left back. Get rid of which one you want.
I'll use the other.
I'll use the other as a backup.
Yeah.
Basically.
I think he trusts both. He's given trust to both left back.
I think he'll, like we've seen, well, apparently it's not pushing Elliot out the door, but if a bid comes in for him and he wants to go, he can go. I think Nunes and Diaz are pure to get money.
Yeah,
because we don't need them.
I think he would, if he was sat down with the owners and they're like, do you want to keep Nunes or should we try and get him sold? I think Slot will go. If we're going to get someone else, I'll probably get him sold.
Yeah, that is it.
I don't think he'd do.
If you can use the money to get
Diaz, he'll keep.
Yeah.
Jota?
Well, I think keep with how much we're getting rid.
Yeah, just a bit of stability, sort of thing. Fair.
And if he's fit all year, then we got a baller. Yeah, that is the issue.
That's true. Mamadashvili, you said that there were some comments with him today.
Yeah, he said he's not going out on loan next year in an interview. He was like, I'm going to fight for my place, and if I'm not playing, I'm going to be learning from Ali.
Good. That's the mentality I wanted, rather than feeling like he's kicking Ali out. Like, if he starts over Ali because of performance and
training
ability and all that, fine. Like,
do you know what's crazy?
I'm okay with it. Ali's the best keeper in the world still.
Yeah, 100%. And Ali would be the type of person to probably tell Slot, give him a go.
Oh, 1,000%.
He would let him have the go this week.
Yeah, easily.
To get his confidence up for when I leave.
1,000%. And you can imagine if Ali starts to... Well, Ali could get injured within game 3, because he does. So
this is going to be really funny. So I've seen a tweet that I don't know how it relates, but it's so relatable. Arteta is the type of person to hide a zombie bite from you.
Why did that come up?
Because I was just thinking, it came to my head because I seen it today on Twitter. Ali is the type of person to take a zombie bite for you.
Yeah, so true. So true. I mean, I agree with both.
Like, I just seen the thing about Arteta. I was like, that's so. Yes, that's the perfect description.
Arteta is the type of person to hire a zombie actor to bite you, to teach you about it, and turn into a real zombie and bite him, and then he hide it. There's levels to this.
Yeah, anyway, sorry.
No, all good. And then the last one I was going to raise, which I was going to mention earlier, was how fast Richard Hughes replaced Trent.
Yeah.
Announcement came out a week later, we signed 2 right backs.
Well, Bradley re-signing,
which shows so much faith from Slot. Like, people were questioning it. That means Slot's like, yeah, do it. I need him.
I've had this discussion with people. Well, someone said, like, why are we going for Frimpong? I think it was that shit that United guy. Like, why are you going for Frimpong? Like, he's very attacking right back. I'm like, yeah, that will be low block teams, and Bradley will play against the harder teams that attack. In my opinion,
I think they'll both have the uses a lot.
It'll be it's a perfect rotation. They're similar in styles, but Frimpong is more attacking.
1,000%. 1,000%. I don't see it as a bad thing at all, and I see it as them working together as well. Like,
he probably speaks Scouse.
We're going to go for all 4 trophies every single season now. No, not to win, as in the same way
we'll be able to compete.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%. I am saying this, if we sign Bertz and Alvarez, we are winning the quad.
I literally just accidentally said something close to that. You rolled your eyes and said, don't say that. And then you go and say it.
But there's the biggest if in the world if we sign Alvarez and Bertz. Who is stopping that? Please.
Injury, anything.
No, Salah's getting 40 assists if fucking Alvarez and Bertz are in the team.
Injure Virgil, we struggle a lot again.
He's not getting injured.
No. Anything else transfer news? Anything else transfer news you want to say?
Not off the top of my head. What time is it?
It is 9 o'clock.
Well, it's not going to be 10:30, but I don't think so.
Moment of the week?
Yeah,
go shout out Felly again. But before we shout out your moment of the week, though, just want to call you out on your outrageous claim. Do you remember saying it?
What?
We're going to do a naked show?
No, we didn't say that.
You definitely didn't say it.
No, that's just him bringing it up to be funny.
You don't want any of this. I know I said it in gift form, but you don't want to hear this. I'll tell you what, Ben will do it if we get 1 million followers.
Oh, that's another thing. Salah's got the football rights.
No deny, so it's going to happen.
What? I'm not going to do a naked one. I said I'll wear my really.
If we have 1 million followers,
No, because then 1 million people are going to see me naked. That's even worse. It's probably better to do it now.
No,
When 10 people will.
but Quincy, if we get 1 million followers,
Okay, if 1 million people want to see me naked, you can.
Felly, you got a job, mate. Anyway, moment of the week. Other than that, Felly obviously watching United lose the final, classic.
Yeah.
Frimpong being confirmed. I feel like most people would agree with that. And then Liverpool actually looking like a serious club in the transfer market, which I feel like everyone's been wanting us to
It's
come
mad.
in and just like, whoopah!
We have.
for seasons.
Oh, that's what I was going to say about the transfers. Someone, like, everyone's negative, like, FSG won't spend that money. FSG won't spend the money. But in my opinion, when it's a generational, like, when it's such a big buy,
They always have.
they do. Van Dijk,
With
record
Edwards.
transfer fee.
With Edwards backing it as well.
Yeah. Ali, Van Dijk, like, record transfer fees for those positions.
In England, sort of
Yeah.
thing. Yeah.
Like,
Potentially global as well.
how much they paid for Nunes because they thought he was going to be a game changer. It's game changer, that's what he said.
Yeah.
And Verts is a game changer. So I think
And
they're
Alvarez,
actually. So
Alvarez could be as
I
well.
don't like people are trying to say that. Oh, they're just using our name up. There's too much. There is too much for them to use our name.
And again, Caicedo probably fully intentional winning with that bid because he is a quality
Yeah,
player.
I thought like they probably thought, oh, we could get him.
Yeah.
Because it wasn't done.
Yeah.
Or whatever.
I think that was genuine.
People were saying, oh, it's fake. I'm like,
PR.
no. And they're like, where's the money going? I'm like, because they haven't got the right player to go for that.
Like,
they're not going to spend it on shit.
Why are they going to spend 80 mil on Anthony?
Literally.
No offense.
Yeah.
When he can
Literally.
deliver for Albert somehow, but not in the Prem.
And then Zubimendi. We went for Zubimendi because he would have been a game changer. But he picked mountains.
Yeah. And then he's going to pick skyscrapers.
When they should be prioritising a striker.
Yeah.
Their first sign's going to be another DM.
Yeah, yeah, actually right. You said something about transfer. Oh, game change and stuff. One of the fun stats I had the other day was how the season we signed Ali outrageously for whatever the price was. I can't remember. 8 mil, 7 mil. And then Chelsea went and smashed it 3 days later for Kepa. I'm like, he now plays no offense, Bournemouth.
Yeah, we've done all this.
Ali is still at Liverpool all those years later, winning the league, sort of thing. Levels. Your moment of the week, go.
The fans.
What, at the end of the Brighton game?
Yeah, the Brighton game.
I think just embodies all of this, to be honest. Yeah, I'm here for it.
So much. I've watched it so many times. Every time it comes up onto my feed, I watch it all.
Yeah. Amazing.
Also,
Van
Dijk's mural.
Van Dijk's mural was... What was with all the lines in the letters beforehand?
Feli said it's so they can line it up.
Without telling you what it is, sort of thing. Nice. Mine was going to be... Oh, no, mine wasn't. But I was going to say how much red there are in our crowds now.
Yeah.
Ever since Virgil's comments and all that.
Yeah.
And people, there was a clip of us celebrating last year or at some point and how everyone's in coats and dark clothes and stuff. And now the difference in atmosphere just from supporting your team and embodying it sort of thing. I really appreciate it. My moment of the week, I'm just going to give it to him, Shobo, for his shot cross and his reaction after the fact of like, well, I don't know.
But the thing is, like, we only like that type of shot. We would have only thought they meant it if he was Shobo in that team and Maka maybe.
I thought he shot.
Yeah,
but
because we know what he's got in
everyone
his locker.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, yeah,
I literally reacted as if it was like a world class goal until I saw it go.
Yeah, so
I was like, okay, cool. That's all from me. You done?
Yeah.
Anything else to add?
No.
Nice. Thank you for submitting, Felly, and the rest of you 1,999 people. Make sure you engage.
Yes.
Yes. Thank you for listening to Dub Session Podcast. If you did like what you have seen, leave a like, rating, subscribe, or 5-star review, or heard, correct? I so didn't put up last week's podcast this morning.
James has only just told me this.
Sorry, guys. That's my bad. You were delayed in building it, and then I forgot for 3 days until I was like, oh yeah, that happened. It's not actually still published on Apple as we speak because Apple has a delay. Yeah. we're very professional and we continue to be, but stay engaged on socials. Like I say, always follow Ben. He'll be the most engaged.
I've been quite engaged the last couple of
Actually
days.
has had some good banter the last couple of days. I've seen a couple of them, gave him a couple of cheeky likes on there. Very good, very good. I might tweet here and there. Probably will tweet about the parade, etc. when I see any clips and retweets and whatnot. But yeah, share with your fellow Liverpool fans or not, and we'll see you next week. Sure, after the parade for some aftermath of the league. We might actually do like a little ranking show, I reckon. Season review.
Season review of the predictions.
Of the prediction.
And there's a forfeit.
What's the forfeit?
I don't know. Cream pie?
What?
Oh, wait, that sounds so weird. Right, guys.
Right.
No,
We're out.
a pie to the face.
We're out. We're done. You've been listening to the Dub Sessions podcast. I've been James.
I've been Ben.
You'll never know, and we'll see you directly.
See you directly.